BTS's Jimin rushed to military hospital unconscious after sudden collapse during intense training session. Jimin of BTS was rushed to a military hospital in an unconscious state after suddenly collapsing in the middle of an intensive training session. Without warning, his body dropped to the ground, triggering extreme panic among fellow soldiers. Jungkook, who was at the same location, screamed Jimin's name with a trembling voice, attempting to break protocol to help his friend. The question now: what actually happened? Why was Jimin's condition so severe? And what roles did Jungkook and Bang Si Hyuk play in this emergency situation? The shocking incident occurred at 11:47 a.m. local time at a military training center in the Gangwon region. According to sources from within the military, Jimin fainted suddenly, without any prior complaints or symptoms. On-call military paramedics immediately took Jimin to the nearest military hospital. But even more shocking, HYB Label's founder Bang Si Hyuk reportedly left an important meeting right away to go to the hospital where Jimin was being treated. This action signaled that the matter was far from trivial. Jimin's condition, as conveyed by military doctors, was deeply concerning. He was diagnosed with extreme exhaustion, worsened by emotional and physical stress during training. Previously, Jimin had shown symptoms like weight loss, insomnia, and frequent dizziness, but he chose to continue fulfilling his duties as an active soldier. His previous decision to refuse medical leave is now a major point of concern for fans and the public alike. Jungkook, who is reportedly in the same division, appeared deeply shaken. He was said to have tried accompanying Jimin at the hospital but was denied due to military protocol. Following the incident, Jungkook was absent from training the next morning and spent time alone in his barracks. Several witnesses noted that Jungkook looked somber, didn't speak to anyone, and even skipped meals. Meanwhile, Bang Si Hyuk, in an official statement released through the company's internal channel, stated that HYB is deeply concerned about Jimin's condition. We have activated a special team to monitor Jimin's medical and mental condition directly. He is an extraordinary artist, and our current priority is to ensure he recovers without pressure from any party, he emphasized. Bang Si Hyuk's swift action is seen as a form of responsibility and sincere care toward the artist, who has elevated the company to a global level. However, this incident has not only touched BTS fans, but also sparked wide debate about South Korea's military training system, especially for public figures. Many are questioning whether intense physical training loads are appropriate for celebrities already under immense pressure even before entering the military. Hashtags like #GetWellSoonJimin, #ProtectJungkook, and #StayStrongJimin topped global trends within hours. Armies worldwide, including in Indonesia, Korea, Japan, and the United States, massively sent moral support through social media. Vlogs, reactions, and discussions about the incident flooded TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and other platforms via a statement. The military spokesperson said that Jimin's condition is now stabilizing but remains under intensive monitoring. He is prohibited from engaging in physical activity for a full 2 weeks and is still under 72-hour observation to ensure there are no further complications. On another note, his left arm reportedly sustained bruises from the hard fall, though no serious bone injuries were found. Jungkook's reaction to the incident became one of the most emotional aspects. In a written statement delivered through his division spokesperson, Jungkook said, "Seeing Jimin Hyun collapse like that felt like half of my soul fell with him. I've never felt this scared." This statement added emotional weight to an already heart-wrenching narrative. Yet amid the overwhelming surge of emotion and solidarity, some have urged the public to remain critical of all circulating information. Have all the incident details been fully verified? Do the circulating videos truly depict the real situation, or have they been edited to shape a certain narrative? These are vital questions in an era of fast-moving and easily manipulated information. Many media observers remind us that while public empathy is essential, we must also remain alert to the potential for emotional exploitation by certain parties for image or other interests, including the possibility that incidents like this, while real and serious, can be turned into narrative tools to generate sympathy and later monetized through various media and digital platforms. But one undeniable truth remains. This incident has opened the public's eyes to the reality faced by K-pop idols undergoing mandatory military service. They're not just global icons or faces of international brands. They're also human, capable of falling, being vulnerable, and having limitations. This event also reminds us that resilience is not only about physical strength, but also the ability to endure when emotions and the body begin to give out. Now, the world waits for the next update on Jimin's condition, with high hopes for a full recovery. And beyond that, the world awaits change, both in the military system and in how we, as the public, treat and view public figures serving the country. Are they truly protected? Or have we, as spectators, unknowingly added to their burden? In the silence of military barracks, in the cold hospital room, and in the hopeful hearts of armies, one thing echoes loud and clear. Jimin is not alone. But amid the intense spotlight on this event, a fundamental question arises that cannot be ignored. Did all these events truly unfold as reported? Or is this simply a narrative construction designed to stir emotion and draw public attention? This question is not merely rhetorical. It's a call for every individual to reflect on how we, as digital information consumers, interpret and verify reality in this flood of content. If we examine the sources of this information, most stem from social media platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, alongside a few online news articles that may not have high journalistic credibility. This creates an epistemological dilemma. Where is the boundary between reality and digital construction shaped by popularity algorithms and emotional narratives? Do those viral videos show real events, or just clips manipulated to create a certain impression? Furthermore, we need to question the motives behind spreading this information. Was the surprising news of Jimin's arrival at Incheon Airport, greeted by the HYB CEO and fans, an authentic documentation of a private moment that happened spontaneously? Or was it part of a carefully planned scenario to rekindle public attention toward BTS, who are currently undergoing military service and relatively inactive in the media? Let us reflect. How likely is it that such a moment could happen without media or agency involvement? Could Jimin, a global star, really show up at the airport without tight security and detailed planning, then suddenly meet the HYB CEO in such an emotional and coincidental setting? If you feel this seems too perfect to be real, you may not be alone. I end this context. Skepticism is not a form of blind distrust. It's maturity in handling information. We must begin to ask, does every heartwarming narrative deserve immediate belief? Are all viral moments reflections of objective truth, or simply mirrors of collective expectations shaped by digital culture? These questions matter because behind every piece of news, there's always an agenda, be it commercial, ideological, or simply algorithmic. Many of us felt emotionally moved when seeing a video of Jimin bowing his head, seemingly hiding tears as he met fans. But have we considered who recorded that video? Why did it spread so quickly and widely? Who benefits from this kind of collective emotional dissemination? In an age where every moment can be staged and easily distributed, we must learn to look beyond the screen, to understand the context and intent behind it. Moreover, it's crucial to realize that such narratives might be effective tools for diverting public attention from larger or more sensitive issues. Could this be part of a crisis communication strategy? A subtle way to maintain BTS's presence in the public eye during their hiatus? All these possibilities deserve consideration, not immediate rejection just because they clash with our desire to believe in beautiful, touching moments. Therefore, we invite readers and viewers not to be passive recipients of information, but to be critical observers capable of discerning credible facts from doubtful ones. In a world where the line between fact and fiction is increasingly blurry, only with reflective awareness and thoughtful scrutiny can we preserve the integrity of our understanding of reality. Our question to you is simple but deeply important. Do you truly believe this event happened exactly as reported? Or do you see it as a narrative too perfect to be real? Do you think media, both social and mainstream, have influenced your perception of this incident? Or do you believe you've been able to maintain critical distance from this circulating information? We are not trying to shape your opinion, but rather inviting you to open a space for healthy and critical discussion. Let us not be quick to draw conclusions before truly understanding the full context and truth behind every piece of circulating information, because ultimately, truth is not something handed to us. It is something we must seek, test, and question. And in that pursuit, skepticism is not a barrier. It's the light guiding us toward clearer and deeper understanding.